live stream where we are going to talk about meditation on recovery, codependency, and substance abuse. This is a contemplative meditation. So thank you for joining us on this Friday. What are you giggling about?
Nothing. You're just adorable.
Adorable. You seem very cuddly inside. Is that the right word? Cuddly inside? Is that a word? Can you? Yeah, you're cuddly inside, and it's coming out, and you're like, "Oh, you're so funny." Is it because you had your favorite ingredient in your coffee?
I love a little eggnog in my coffee.
Is that what is your number one ingredient? Is eggnog in coffee, or is it just because it's new, like it's seasonal?
Seasonal. It's because it's seasonal.
I put a little bit of eggnog in your coffee.
I don't even like milk in my coffee.
I tried. Sometimes when I was drinking or using, I tried to be cultured. Is that the right word? Cultured, because it made me feel less
Alcoholic.
It was a Mickey of rum. I don't want to trigger anybody. Sorry if I do. I had some alcohol and it would go in eggnog.
Nope.
It curdled.
Ew.
Yeah. And I didn't have very much left, so I drank it anyway. And it was like chunks.
Oh no.
So that's my experience with eggnog. So I don't know how you make alcoholic eggnog, but that's definitely not the way to do it.
Well,
I think our internet is not doing well.
Oh.
I can tell. Well, there it's green again. Well, welcome everybody for joining us. 'Tis the season. It's eggnog season. Some people like it in their coffee. You like it frothed or cold or just as milk?
So 15 years down the road of recovery, 15 years into sobriety, just are holidays still difficult for you for not drinking?
No. Holidays were not difficult for me not to drink. I think New Year's was the hardest because that was always like, I didn't drink at Christmas necessarily. Like I did it in a closed way at the very most, because Christmas I never missed a Christmas.
You're a binge guy, so
I never missed a Christmas, but made up for it on New Year's. Hey Karen, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Friday. But when it comes to like St. Patty's, and those kind of holidays, they don't make sense anymore. Like to me, St. Patty's is dead. I don't want to. I shouldn't have said that.
Is New Year's hard for you?
New Year's is boring. No, we've done some fun things on New Year's. We like to wine and dine on. Okay, not wine and dine, just dine with eggnog. But typically New Year's has been fun because we do adult fun stuff and we go to like a nice restaurant.
So it does get easier.
Yeah. I remember thinking you can't have fun without alcohol. And then I realized how true it was. And I'm like, yeah, you can't have fun without alcohol. This is stupid. But I was doing alcoholic activities. And if you do alcoholic activities without alcohol, it sucks.
Can you have fun without ice cream?
Yeah.
You specifically?
I don't know what you're trying to get at right now.
I'm just asking a question.
I can have fun without ice cream.
Just asking.
I like ice cream, though.
Just asking. All right.
Are you making reference to ice cream last night?
Yes.
Haagen-Dazs? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my parents came over for dinner, and they brought the Haagen-Dazs over.
Yes, and you had a little bowl.
I had a little bowl, and then I wanted another bowl. It was because I wanted to, but I didn't wake up. Yeah, exactly.
Just leaving it at that.
Yeah, it was good. I like the Haagen-Dazs.
Just leaving the question hanging in the air. That's all.
Yeah, it's good questions. Leaving questions in the air. Like. Mm-hmm. All right, I hope our stream is going because it doesn't look.
We are wasting our time.
No, Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Yeah, our internet's not doing well, so hopefully it's not all.
We should do this anyway, sketchy. Regardless.
There's a lot of food at Chris. Oh yeah, someone that has a food addiction would even have probably a harder time at Christmas and New Year's because Thanksgiving it like revolves around food.
Do you think it gets easier?
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
You'd have to
We
ask.
don't know.
It can sometimes be tough for me as a person who's powerless over food and sugar. Yeah, I would imagine. When I think Rubies back in the day with my grandfather, and then the table, like the Rubies aren't Italian, but some of their furniture was like that old big Italian furniture, and the table was massive, and we would sit at the table, and there would be dish after dish after dish, and then like it wasn't one pie, you had like 14 pies on the table and like a vat of whipped cream. Like, yeah, so if you had
No one needs to eat like that.
food obsession, then it would be very hard at holidays.
No one
I
needs
can
to
imagine.
eat like that.
Thanks, Karen, for being it does get easier, she says. Thanks for being transparent and vulnerable. Yeah, like alcohol, I think is probably easier to deal with in that when you think of that context of just
Well, and I think
putting it
especially
away.
for us, sure, alcohol is easier because we don't have families that like alcohol. We don't like your family. There's no alcohol
Yeah,
at
there's
Christmas,
no alcohol
and
in the
my
family.
there's a little bit, but we're not there all of Christmas.
Do you find as a adrenaline addict, the excitaholic, do you find not that you've had many experiences lately, but like in the last year, have you noticed that holidays are harder for you with the excitement and the planning and the last minute stuff, all that kind of stuff?
Well, I
Do you
think I
notice
have to
any?
plan differently, and so I have to be aware of like, am I getting overscheduled? Am I getting over my head? Is there too much going on? I still need to keep my schedule pretty tame.
So and then you, yeah, okay, good. It's hard for all of us, but we can do it together. We're not alone. There are questions, and many of us ask them. Oh, good. Newfies love to feed you as well. So do the room. There are questions, and many of us ask them. That led us straight down a dead-end street of frustration. Why can't he? What is he up to? Why can't I make him see? They're simple, but they say a lot. They reveal our conviction that we're in control, that we know what ought to be done, that our wisdom is great. In this book, The Sign of Jonas, the noted writer Thomas Merton says, stop asking yourselves questions that have no meaning. Or if they have, you'll find out when you need to. Find out both the questions and the answers. Today's reminder, I will rather ask myself, what prompts me to do or say things that causes trouble? Or why do I concentrate on someone else's shortcomings instead of my own? That's a great question. To such questions, I can find the answers if I dig deeply and honestly enough. I don't even think you need to dig deep on that one. Here's the quote, speculating on other people's attitudes and motives is a waste of time and effort. To search our own reasons for my own is a voyage of discovery.
Nope.
No.
That's not what that says. Speculating on other people's attitudes and motives is a waste of time and effort. To search out the reasons for my own attitude and motives is a voyage of discovery. Yeah, there was just one word that you. So
this is a great reading, but
this.
it summed it up. This is what sums it up, because a lot of my thinking is about me playing God. The whole point of recovery is stop playing God. So when I'm asking these questions, they're actually proving to me that I'm full of self, I'm full of self-pity, I'm full of insecurity, and I'm full of fear, because I'm needing these answers. I need and I overthink and I overthink and I overthink. So really setting up boundaries and focusing on my own relationship with God is where the key is.
Okay.
And so
setting up boundaries sounds really, really great, but I got to tell you, I am not capable.
No, setting up boundaries of what my recovery is. And so then how do I think the saying in AA, we have a saying that says, think, think, think. Whenever I see that, I think of my problem centers in my mind.
Yeah.
And so when I'm overthinking, I think of think, stop it. And I can just like implement that little interruption of seeing that slogan, think. Where does that get me? Mentally obsessed.
So you're saying stop thinking.
Stop thinking.
Stop overthinking.
And then
tell me what actually, why are you on that side? Because you're supposed to be on this side. What are actual boundaries? Like, what do you even mean by that?
The actual boundaries that I'm talking about is my own recovery. So it's so easy for us to, or for me to naturally take your inventory, but this is pointing me back to my inventories. The main crux of this question is, why do I concentrate on someone else's shortcomings instead of my own?
Yeah.
That sums it up, because I can do that all day long.
Oh, I did that my entire life.
And you can really bother me. And I can be like, her shortcomings, like, so things that you're short of, not defects. Defects are things that you have extra of. And so these are your shortcomings. And I'm like, even yesterday, I was focused on them. And I'm like, why doesn't she just do this differently? Why can't she just say that? Why can't she just do this? Like, oh my goodness. But if I'm focused on the things you're short of, then aren't I actually short of them? Because let's say when
Maybe
it comes to
extra.
Washing pots and pans, and why can't I do that in an extra way? So I think that kind of defines this questions. Am I asking questions, or is it actually control? And so am I playing God? That's a really good benchmark. I had never thought of that before. So when I'm worried about your shortcomings or your defects, I think I'm really trying to control and trying to set the stage for me needing you to act a certain way, for me to be okay, and for the show to go on, and you need to do your part, and I always do mine anyway because I'm super dad, super husband. And so I think this is a really good reading for the whole weekend to bring out of, I love metrics. I love, like, my car tells me when my gas tank is empty. It goes ding, and then I go fill it. And I think this is a good metric of what's happening internally to me, because I hate focusing on you. Like, I like focusing on you when I have cuddles inside, and I'm like, oh, she's like my little flower, and oh my goodness. But I don't like focusing on you in a negative way, which it can easily happen. But I can do that with the world around me. How many idiots I see on the road is how far away from God I am. Plain and simple.
Yep.
All right. Are we asking questions, or is it actually control? If only he would. If only she did. If only. What if we put in the language that says, even if he never gets sober, even if he keeps blah, blah, blah. Ooh, even if. I got that one from Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. All right. Have a great weekend. Keep the peace. Be of good behavior. Know that you're not alone. Reach out if you need it. I will have a great weekend. Bye.